Looks like we're live. As usual, broadcasting simultaneously thanks to technology on YouTube over here and Facebook over here. Let's see if anybody would like to join us for this little rant of mine. What I'm going to talk about today is something that I'm reasonably sure is on most of your minds. Hey, Josh. Hey, Chrissy. And by the way, this is inspired by something that a friend of mine, Marvin Wesley Kaufman, posted on earlier today. He actually showed a screenshot of a post from a guy. Now, I don't know this guy, but I want you guys to really listen to this. This guy's screenshot, his post read something like this. I just landed my first 5-figure a month client. Now that's a minimum $10,000 a month. Could be more. We don't know. Just landed my first 5-figure a month client. Then the guy goes on to say, for 5 figures a month, he wants me to do A, B, C, D, and he writes out a list of the expectations this client has who has paid him 5 figures, 5 of them, or at least it's strongly implied. What's up, Mark? West Side. Or at least it's strongly implied in the post that this guy already paid the first 5 figures. So in this post, he outlines, he wants me to optimize his website, his SEO, make sure that this happens, make sure this doesn't happen, a whole suite of high-level services. And then this guy says, does anyone know where I can find a quick training on how to do these things? I'm going to call this guy a punk. Whoever it was, I'm going to call him a douchebag. I'm going to call him a jackass. Okay. Marvin called him out immediately, to Marv's credit. Big Marv, to your credit, my brother, you called him out immediately. But I want you guys to think about that for a second. Look, I know it's the wild, wild west out here, and out here meaning on social media, in that you can falsify your results for people. You can falsify anything and everything to position yourself as someone and something that your punk bitch ass is not. You are not. And if you are not, then I want you to stop for a minute. If you are not what you say you are, and you're selling services you know good and well you can't provide, I want you to stop for a minute and find some gratitude inside of you for the fact that you'll never face those people in real life. Those people that you, frankly, completely hustled, completely ripped off. You don't get to charge somebody 5 figures and then figure out if you can even provide the service or not. This should go without saying, but it doesn't. Now, even on this live stream here, over on the Facebook side, there are some highly talented, highly skilled people watching this. I'm going to give a shout out to my man, Carlos Redlick. I know for a fact Carlos has lots of skills. Who else do we have that I know is skilled who's watching this? Christy Hayden, Brett Lechtenberg, Eric Swanson, Paul Stennett. I'm not sure, Paul. I don't doubt you. I just don't know you. So you get the point. There are people who really deliver powerful, meaningful results. And I know that you're still nursing, but you watch these people deliver these results and you think to yourself, I want that. I want to do that. I want to be that guy. Like I want to be the next Carlos. Carlos, you're the man, buddy. You're going to get passive aggressively featured in a good way on this live stream. But look, man, you make it bad for everybody when you do that. Hey, Jim, good to see you. All right. It's always level up time, Eric Swanson. In a world of fake ass fakers be an Eric Swanson, be a Carlos Redlick. Dare I say it, be a Manny Wolf. Don't be a punk. Don't be a fakey faker. And here's the thing. You know good and well that the likelihood of you ever having to answer for that kind of behavior is nil. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it. You have clearly never had to stand toe to toe with someone that you talked smack about and answer for it, right? Let me tell you something. Growing up, I did that. I talked shit on people and I had to answer for it. And I know what it's like to get caught where you have nowhere to go, right? You have nowhere to go. All you can do, hey, Jackie, is take your lumps. If there was more of that in the internet space, in the online space, there'd be less of these people who have the audacity to charge someone 5 figures and then go into a group and publicly say, can anyone show me how to do what I just charged someone $10,000 or more to do for them? What I just promised them I could do for them. Does your word mean nothing? Look, there's maybe a fine line for some people between fake it till you make it and actual experience. And I get that, right? At some point, there's something to be said for jumping in and learning how to swim while you're in the water. But that needs to happen on a much more measured scale, at a much more measured level. You do not charge somebody 10 grand or more. Yeah, Glow says, oh my God, I've been in paid groups with that exact scenario. It's one thing, like there's a line for sure. It's one thing to, I don't know, like say you know how to build funnels, but you haven't, and I'm just improvising here, you haven't created a Zapier automation between 2 specific platforms, but you generally know funnel building, right? That's one thing. It's one thing to charge and say, I'll get your funnel done for you as a funnel builder, and then have to go learn how to do one little piece of it. That's not the same. And I wish that we could somehow create more accountability. I wish we could shine a spotlight more just directly on people who do that. Because frankly, if you're one of those people, and you know if you're on the wrong side of that line, and don't act like you don't. If you're one of those people, I wish we could call you out. I do. Because I had to go through a learning curve. I had to become good at what I did. I had to become good at putting my message out there. I had to become good at sales calls. I had to become good at all of these things to get where I am today. I earned it, as did many of my colleagues. And for someone like whoever you are, whoever that guy was, to come along and charge 5 figures a month for something they don't know how to do is just unacceptable. It's just absolutely unacceptable. So let me just draw a line in the sand right here. And God, I wish we could get you in person. It's just, it boils my blood. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. Understand that putting yourself in a position where you require yourself to learn a little bit, right, Eric? Always so positive, Eric. Where you have to learn a little bit and grow a little bit and stretch a little bit in order to become a better version of you, that's good. But I wish we could regulate it. Eric's killing me over here. Yeah, right. Me, Eric Swanson, and Warren G. We need to go regulate. But yeah, like, oh, geez. There should be trust and integrity. And I shouldn't have to say this. There should be trust. There should be integrity. There should be principles and ethics involved in hanging your shingle, whether it is in the online space or the physical space. And by the way, for whichever, plenty of frauds out there today, says John. Yeah. Oh, man. For anybody who is comfortable doing things like that, man, I wish you had a physical location. I promise you, it would get Molotov cocktailed. You'd get burned to the ground pulling that kind of crap. It's just unconscionable. It's unconscionable to do that. It just, it makes me kind of furious. You little punk. So look, guys, most of the people on this live stream, I know I don't have to tell you this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Don't be that guy. You desperate because you haven't landed a client, or are you just a sociopath? That's right, Eric. Are you just a sociopath who doesn't care and you're fine just burning people? Man, one way or another, it will come back to you, and it doesn't end well. I do wish it would happen faster, though, because some of y'all, you need a slap. You need to be cuffed sternly about the head, because you just can't be doing that. You can't be doing that stuff. I wish Marvin was on this live stream, because I know I'd love to hear what he had to say, because he called the guy out. I don't know what group they were in. Keyboard Warriors Unite. I don't know where it came from. I just know that when I saw Marvin's post with this guy so happy he just landed a 5-figure a month client, and then just asked the group, no less, if anybody could point him to trainings to teach him how to do these high-level things that he just sold. Oh, you little rat bastards. Damn it. Hate that. Guys, do you really need Manny on here telling you don't be that guy? Don't be that girl? Isn't there some part of you that knows? Isn't there some part of you that just goes, maybe I shouldn't charge someone $10,000 for something I have no idea how to do? And I know your little rat mind is racing, going, well, maybe I can spend $6,000 to learn how to do it. Maybe I can, offsite the service or outsource the service and just keep a little bit off the top for myself. Again, you're skirting a moral dilemma there, a moral gray area. If you have experience in a team, let me say this. I have a good friend who in this space who I respect tremendously. His skill is outsourcing. That's his gift. He knows how to find people who can get the job done at a good quality level. He does this all the time, but he does it with integrity. So you have to look inside yourself, and you have to be willing to not go after it, to not take the job, to not lie to people. Because let's face it, if you don't already know that you can get that job done, follow me closely here, you're going to know that you don't already know. There's no question about that. But you're not searching inside yourself. You're not being honest with yourself. You're certainly not being honest with the world outside your door. When has that ever worked out well? When has it ever been sustainable or worked out well to not be honest with yourself or the world outside your door? Don't do it. Don't be that guy. Just don't do it. We got Erica. We got Trish. What's up, everybody? I mean, I don't really have more to say on this. You're just so lucky you're not pulling this crap in real life. You're so lucky that you're not pulling this crap in real life. Trish! Because you'd get served. You would straight up get served. You charge me 10 grand for something you have no idea how to deliver. It doesn't end well. It doesn't end well. And I'm guessing that it doesn't end well for most people, right? But since you're online, since you're hiding behind your keyboard, you feel somehow like it's okay to do, that shit will come back on you. It will come back on you. Don't do it. Back in my day, yeah, Trish, that's what we're talking about. Well, mostly, Trish, what we're talking about is those people who sell something knowing full well they don't know how to deliver on it. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the people who give the rest of us who work hard a bad name. The rest of us who bring inspiration and talent and skill and fortitude to our craft. You know, you and I both know, as does everybody on this live stream, I'm thinking, what it's like to have to compete with people who just aren't even on your league. They're not even in your league. Maybe they have good marketing, but they're just, we all know what it's like to talk to somebody who just got burned by someone else. And that sucks. And you're sitting there and you know you could help them, but you also know you got to charge them whatever to help them, right? Now you're torn between wanting to serve, because that's where your heart is, and knowing you can't serve somebody who doesn't pay. It just doesn't work out. And knowing it's very likely that since they just got burned, they're not going to be ready to, fork over a big chunk of money. And so the little schmuck who got there before you, the little wet behind the ears milquetoast rat who got there before you, ruined it for you, ruined it for the client, and did a little bit of contributing to muddling up the whole space for those of us that are here to serve. Trish, some days it makes me want to quit, but I don't. Yeah, because exactly. Some days it makes me want to scream, but I get to help people. I get to see people grow. Like I can't not do this work. I just want to call out all those fakers in the space, all those punks, all those Rudy Toot gangsters, broke but bragging, chilling at the high schools in their Volkswagens. Yeah, that's right. I just quoted Sir Mix-a-Lot. Oh, you guys are so lucky. This is not the real world. This is not physical space, because you would get bitch slapped in front of your friends. That's what would happen. You would get pimp slapped in front of your friends. And take it from a guy who learned the hard way. I'll just tell you straight up, I've been that guy. I've been the guy who got caught in a lie. I've been the guy who got punked in front of his friends because he talked more shit than he could back up. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that girl. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I love the encouragement and the enthusiasm and the engagement on this one. Appreciate you guys, not you little punk Rudy Toots, but those of you that are in the trenches doing the work, those of you that are trying to serve people in spite of the fact that our industry is crowded with fakers, those of you who are actually growing, building, contributing, earning, serving, for you guys, I got love. See you on the next one.